Okay, we're going to be replacing a water pump on a 1999 Ford Ranger V6 3.0 liter engine. One of the indications of showing that water pump is defective is a loud squealing coming from that area and coolant leaking from around the bearing area through the weep holes. While the coolant is draining, we can remove the air intake tubing right here. We're going to get that out of the way, and then we're going to remove the fan, which is down in here, and then we're going to remove this housing, fan shroud housing, and then take it from there. Okay, so we're going to remove the fan, and keep in mind that this is a left-handed configuration. So in this case, righty-loosey, and I've got an adjustable wrench on there, you can see, and to keep the water pump from moving, you're going to have to clamp or hold or use a wedge of some sort to hold it in place while you quickly loosen. So the reason I say quickly is a quick jolt in it is going to move it a lot, break it loose. And you may want to use a little bit of PB, this stuff here, penetrating stuff or something similar down in there to help loosen it up. But anyway, we're going to give it a try. I got to put the camera down and work on this with both hands. Okay, so this was a real pain in the butt to get off. It turned out I had to take the pulley, loosen the 4 bolts, take them out, and then put one of the bolts back in, and then shove this screwdriver down in there, pry it up against this pulley here, and then use this wrench and break it loose like that. And that worked, but I tell you, this was not easy to get off. Okay, as you can see, we've got the pulley off, got the fan off, and next step is, well, I've disconnected the hold on here, disconnected the tachometer sensor, which is right there. The next thing to do is then I got to figure out, probably going to have to take the bolts off here and move this whole section over to the side so we can get back and get to this one stupid bolt back in the back there. So stand by, that's next. Alright, so major pain in the butt to get the bolts off from this. I had to remove the idler pulley, as you can see there. There's two bolts in front that are 13 millimeter. So here we have the old water pump popped loose. And you can see I had to take the whole housing for the whole AC unit and everything off and move it to the side. I got it strapped and pulled up to the side so I could get to those two bolts underneath there. So next you need to take and scrape off all the old gasket. All this around here all has to be cleaned off. Nice and clean so that you can put the new gasket on. Okay, all the bolts are in place. I tightened them. You have to make sure you crisscross them, top, then bottom, and bottom right, top left, so on, so on. You know, back and forth, crisscross, kind of like when you change a tire, so that you put the pressure equal all the way around the pump. And they should be torqued. Probably a good idea to look up how many torque inches or torque pounds each of them use, and make sure they're torqued at the proper. If I had time, I'll look it up and post it on this video. Anyway, next step is to reverse the process and put everything back on the way it came, reverse the way it came off. So next thing's going to be the AC unit. It's going to be bolted back in place, and all the hoses will be pushed back on, put back on. This one back on here. Electrical wires put back on. Down here your tachometer wire will be put back on, and of course the serpentine belt will be put back on, and so on and so on. I'll check back with you. Okay, we have the AC unit tightened back up and in place. Have the fan in place and shrouding. I'm just tightening it up. I wanted to show you that tightening up the 4 bolts on this pulley can be a booger. So what I do is I put my adjustable wrench on the fan and my ratchet on the bolts, and then hang on to both of them as I pull the ratchet up. They're going to be pushing against each other. So you're going to be not only tightening the 4 bolts, but you're also going to be tightening the fan as well, which is a good thing. So, yeah. Alright, we're putting the serpentine belt on. As you can see, it's there. The instructions are, well, if you can see it, right there. Pretty straightforward. Takes a little elbow grease pushing down that tensioner. Once you get it, you squeeze it over the alternator. Make the alternator be your last point where you're going to put it on, right there. Alright, everything back together again, and last thing you do is fill the system with 50/50 antifreeze and distilled water, and of course power it up, start it up, check for leaks, and there you have it. Hope this has been helpful to you.